Good afternoon. It's Jodie, Simply Stitching Ocala. If you're here, sorry. Welcome back if you're joining me once again. I feel like my camera's crooked, hold on. So I'm doing two different things today. I am doing my laptop, which I normally do, and then also my phone. I don't know, I feel like I'm having a little bit of issues, so we're gonna try it. If you're new here, this is a channel about cross stitch, mostly. I share my finishes or what I'm stitching on or all the good things. And this is Flosstube number 11. So if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy viewing my things. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So yes, it's been 3 weeks. I don't think you can even see my shirt. StitchCon. I literally just got back last night, right before midnight. Our flight was delayed. Thank goodness though, we were able to get home because I did hear some people, because there was really bad storms in Ohio when we were taking off to try to take off yesterday. So there was a lot of flights delayed, and I did hear some people had to spend the night in airports that missed their connecting flights. So that stinks. Yes, it has been 3 weeks again. My sister was here for a week before I went to StitchCon, and things have just been busy. My boss just had her baby, so congratulations to her, baby boy, healthy and all the good things. But she is out on maternity leave, which means I am going to be working more. So I'm not going to commit to how often. Maybe I'll do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, once a month. I'm not sure the next few months. We'll see. Whatever I can do. But today I'm going to tell you I'm going to be disorganized because I haven't technically unpacked all the things from StitchCon, but I thought if I have all this stuff out now, why am I going to put it all away if I'm going to haul it back out? So luckily I took the day off from work still today, thank goodness, since I had to drive home late last night from the airport. So I'm able to do this today. So one scary thing that happened in the last few weeks was while I was actually at StitchCon in line to get in the first morning, the doors opened at 10, but my friends and I got there. They got there, I think it's 7:30. I was there at 7:45. So Chantel was first in line. Anyways, I was like fourth back in line. So while we were there, my daughter called, and my grandson Corbin, who is March, April, May, June, almost 15 months old, was running really fast, and he's still, you know, he's into running, but his head is bigger than his body, you know, they fall over. And so that happened. He ran and he fell into the dining room table or leg of the chair. And she called me freaking out. And this is a horrible picture. It's a bad picture of him, and it's a really bad just screenshot from a video. So you're probably not even going to be able to tell really well, but he got this huge egg on his poor little head. And she was freaking out a little bit, and I said, yes, it's his head. You should take him to the ER. So her husband met her at the ER, and it was already, the swelling was already going down some, and they said that he looked fine and that he hit it in the best place, because I guess apparently the forehead is a good place for toddlers to hit, and just to give him some Tylenol and just watch him. But he's been fine, so thank goodness. But it was a stressful few hours because of course I'm in Ohio. It's far away from Florida and nothing ever happens. And then while I'm away, this is literally happening the first day, which stressed me out. So, but he is fine, all is good, which is so glad to hear. And I know it's just the first of many things that will happen. And I thought I brought a pen over, but maybe I didn't. So I don't even really have notes very much today. Like I said, I'm just kind of winging it today. Hopefully I'll be able to get some notes and links below like I normally do, but if not, it might be like a little bit of a off video. So I'm not even going to do previous finishes this week. I'll do some fully finished, and honestly, I'm just going to be honest, I can't remember because it has been 3 weeks if I actually showed y'all any of these patriotic ones. So if I did, you're gonna see them again. But I don't think I had all of them finished. So before I show the patriotic, I'm going to show, I think I talked about it, my flea market fancy that I didn't want to finish. Like, it was large and I had a pretty good chunk section done, and so I just took out some stitching and decided I was just gonna make this into a pillow. So it has, oh, there's a loose thread I need to cut off. So just sewed some fabric strips on all the sides, did an inside out pillow finish, stuffed it with the cotton stuffing from my friend Alicia, and I love it, and it sits on my chair. I may have shown this to you also. At this point I don't remember, but I'm showing it again because it's super cute, and it sits in my chair in my stitching room. And then this is my little doll bowl for the front room. Again, if I showed you, you're lucky because I'm showing it to you again. So here's all the things. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. So this larger one, this was a free pattern from Primrose Cottage that they had sent in their newsletter. That I finished into, you know, a little pillow with the buttons and all the things. This was one from Fat Quarter Shop's new ornament book. And then this is really bad. I can't remember where this is from. I don't know if that's, yeah, I can't think. It was upside down. I honestly can't think where this is from. But one thing I did when I finished this pillow is I did the primrose, like the envelope, and they said don't do it on a small, and I did it on a small anyways. But and I didn't change out the thread, and so there was all this white stitching all around, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just rip it out, but I can't rip it out because it was this special binding type finish. So then I had put it on, I think I had put it on Instagram maybe, and they said like, oh, just use Sharpie marker and paint, you know, color over the white thread. So that's actually what I did. So now it doesn't, you don't even see the white thread. So thanks for whoever suggested that, because that was great. So if I did show this in my last video, I apologize, but I hoped you enjoyed seeing them again. Before I went to StitchCon, the pouch the folder I normally use doesn't have like a zipper closure, it's like a button closure, and I was gonna have all like the little things in it. And I had seen Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher share before the Trixie's zipper pouch, which you can get the PDF. I got mine at Fat Quarter Shop. I'm sure you can get it other places, but it's the Trixie zip pouch. So that's actually what I took to StitchCon. So I did it in this cute little fabric, and it has a binding zipper. And then inside that, for StitchCon was, you know, I had glasses and extra, I had seam ripper, which I did have to use, and needle minders, and these little doodads to hold your fabric. And I actually also had in here my coveted Pat Carson needles in there, which I did have to share. When Chantel lost hers, but then later found it in her sweatshirt arm, so it was all good. So those were the fully finished, and then the finished stitching ones I have for this week. So these were all ones that I stitched at StitchCon. I need a drink. So Chantel also turned me on to this. I don't drink Diet Coke anymore for almost a year, and so I don't have caffeine. I don't drink coffee or anything, and so I'm only gonna do it once in a while because I know probably not the best for me to have the caffeine, but some days I just feel like I need a little bit. I mean, this has less than a cup of coffee though. And it says it's no sugar and it's black raspberry and it's amazing. So thanks Chantel for turning me on to that. Okay, so the stitches, I brought 6 projects with me to StitchCon and I only stitched on one, which was a whip, which I'll show after. I only stitched on one of them because of course I wanted to start the new things and stuff. And so my advice for next time to myself or to anyone else is don't overpack because you don't need it. You don't need, just stitch on the ones that you bring and it'll be just fine. You don't need to have a choice of 14 different ones. So the first one I'm going to show, I should have kept the magazine, but I didn't. So there is a freebie table when you go to StitchCon, and people bring patterns, fabric, floss, you know, all the things. And so we were at dinner on Wednesday night, and Chantel said, okay, I have a challenge for everybody to tomorrow, or over the weekend, I should say, to go to the freebie table, but you need to do, it was good to go to the freebie table like right away. I mean, I went like 6 times. I had to keep going and coming back, coming back. To get floss, fabric, and a pattern all from the freebie table and make something from that. So let's face it, the majority of the items on the freebie table are things that other people don't want. So you really had to dig, and I found, and I was like, okay, it has to be small. I want to just be something small. So I dug through and found a magazine from 1999 that had cute little small motifs in it. And one of them was a strawberry. And then I went back, I had originally found in it one of the kits, a piece of fabric, but it was just plain white. And I was like, I don't really like to use plain white. So I went back again, found another different piece of fabric. I had picked out original floss, so I went back again, get different floss. Anyways, I am gonna finish it probably as a little pillow for when I do my summer display. But so it's on some type of like very light aqua fabric, and it's just a little strawberry, if you can see it. And even though Chantel offered this challenge, for some reason, Jodie was the only one that took it seriously and actually did it. Like, I was on a mission. I was like, I'm gonna keep going to that freebie table until I figure out all the things that I'm semi-happy with, and then that's what I said. That's what I did on Thursday. By the time we got into the room and talked to the people and settled down, I mean, I don't think I stitched for the first like 3 hours. I didn't do any like talking, freebie table, back and forth. Anyways, but I did finish it, so I am the winner. No one else even did it. But it'll be so cute when I fully finish it for my summer display. The next one, so if you're going to StitchCon, you may not want to look at it, but in the passport book, which is this, it has all the things about the weekend in there. And in there was this free pattern for 2023. And let me see if I can show, let's see if I bend it. So this was their coloring, and it was DMC. It might be hard to tell on there. So it's basically like a dark green and a dark red. And so of course, I wanted to change it. Not too much, but so I should have actually brought that thread. I believe I know I used Ladybug for, and this was me pulling stuff out of other projects that I had with me because I wanted to start right then. So I used Ladybug for the 2023 StitchCon, and I can't remember if I used Little Sprout or Holly Berry for the green. I believe I used Cactus Barrel for the blue, and then the dark red tomato and the little dark red strawberry. I didn't have anything that was dark enough that I liked with it, like in the right tone. And so Carrie, Tiger Lily, she had some Aurifil red, and I don't know what number it was, but I had to keep borrowing it. I kept thinking I was done, and I was like, no, I'm not done. And so that is my finish of the StitchCon 2023, the free pattern that was in the passport. And I just love it because it's such a great memory for me, because I actually stitched it while I was at StitchCon. And I've gone back and forth. There were some awesome finishes from last year's StitchCon pattern. That was the pay pattern. But people did projects bags, people did like whole like shadow boxes, like all the things. And so I'm not sure. At first I may do, now I can't think of the name of it. It's one of Chantel's pieces that I have that's for the polar plunge, and I can't think of the name of it, that has the backer and then the tray. So I thought about maybe putting that on the back and then putting some little StitchCon things in it. I'd also thought about doing a project bag, although I don't know about a project bag if I would want to get it too dirty. I don't know. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it yet. I'm just super excited that I was able to stitch it there and get it done. And then last year, so then when we went to Keepsakes, Chantel picked Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher and I up from the airport. We flew together out of Orlando, and she picked us up from the airport and we went straight to Keepsakes. And so I'm not even going to show, I mean, I'll show the fabric I got. Some was at Keepsakes, some was at the annex there, but no one wants me to bore them with all the haul that I got from Keepsakes. I did get quite a bit. But anyways, when you're walking around Keepsakes, they have all kinds of free patterns also at Keepsakes. And then when you go to StitchCon every year, they also do some free patterns from different designers just for StitchCon. So they didn't have the new ones for StitchCon printed this year. There was an issue with their toner for the printer. So they're doing PDF downloads for us to print. But this was one last year from Cecilia at Heart and Hand called Circle of Friends. And I had seen it in the store and the free pattern was in there. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And it was done in a dark red. And I apologize, I don't know what color I use now. Oh yes, okay, so this was my first time using silk. So I used silk, but I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's strawberry. It was Classic Colorworks silk, strawberry something. I'm sorry guys, I told you it was going to be disorganized. But anyway, so it says a circle of stitchers at the top. It says a circle of stitchers and then a circle of friends at the bottom, and then on the side it says StitchCon, and it said 22, but I just changed it to say 23. So super cute. Don't know how I'm gonna finish that yet either, but I love it. So I'll show you now the haul of fabric that I got at StitchCon. So this one, I do 16 count, but this one I really liked this color, and it was by Grace Notes, and I've never used Grace Notes fabric. So it's 18 count Ada, and it's called Blueberry Milkshake by Grace Notes. I don't know if that's showing well, if it's showing more gray, but it's a really, really pretty light blue. So I wanted to get a piece of that because I really liked it. Then there was so much Atomic Ranch fabric. They had so much. This is totally different piece for me. Sorry for the crinkling. This one is 16 count, and it's called Bayou, and it has a lot of variation. But I thought it would be great for some Halloween, fall. It's got such great modeling. And it's a brownie tan with some orange and darker spots. And again, that's called, it's by Atomic Ranch, and it's called Bayou. So got a quarter yard of that one. Then I got a half of yard of atomic fabric, weathered stone. And this is really a pretty neutral, it just has like a very slight like gray green undertone to it. But this is kind of like when I want something like pretty neutral, but you know, I don't like to use white. I feel like they're not showing up very well on the camera, so I apologize. But if you've never used Atomic Ranch, I love their fabric. So it was such a treat to have the guys were there. And it was such a treat to have so many different fabrics at the annex. I got a whole yard of this one, 16 count. This one is called Freeze. And it's pretty, I mean, it's neutral, but it has like green, gray, blue, a little bit of tan undertones on this one. Again, I feel like it's really not, the colors are not really showing up, but super pretty. I got an entire yard of that one. All right, and then some other haul that was regular haul. We took my dad when my sister was here. We took him out to Dunellen to a restaurant called Swampy's, and then he wanted to go to some thrift stores, and there was an antique store right there too. And my husband actually saw this because he knows I've been looking for an actual antique scale, not one from Hobby Lobby that looks antique, but actually is antique to use kind of permanently on here. And so this one actually says 1954 on it. So that means it's 69 years old, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, well, yeah, next year it'll be 70 years old. So I am going to, right now there's like indoor, outdoor carpet green grass on the bottom of it. And I am gonna like change that out and put some felt because the bottom is rusted out. But I really, really like this vintage scale that's going to sit on my hutch. And it's gonna hold some seasonal cross stitch. What else would it hold, right? All right, so I'm gonna go through some regular haul that I received while I was gone. That wasn't good. I think I had 7 boxes to open this morning that my husband received while I wasn't here. Okay, so the first one is Primrose Cottage. The girls got their cute, I got their cute shirt. And it says, my soul is fed with needle and thread. Super cute, and it's like a light blue-gray. So that came in while I was gone. And then I did get this month's club threads from Color and Cotton. And because I'm into all things, all colors. So some 10 pretty colors from Color and Cotton. I'm trying to see if I can, I know they may not register, but super pretty. I feel like it's a really soft palette this month. So I really like those. From my buddy Jess at Como Stitches, I got 2 project bags because, you know, if you keep having more whips, you need more project bags. So I got this with the thread bed, this patriotic one. So adorable. And then her new one with the sewing machines, which I love. And she has a sale, so it's Jess, and it's Como Stitches on Instagram. And then if you're on Etsy, it's also Como Stitches, and she has a bag sale generally every Friday night, but on her Instagram on Como Stitches, she'll do like a preview or a video or both, just to kind of let you know what's going to be upcoming. And before I show you some other things from StitchCon, I'll just show you, so the only whip, I brought my project keeper from Carrie, from Tiger Lily, And the only one I brought to stitch on, I brought, like I said, 6. There was 4 I put in this one keeper. And so this one by Emily Call, and it's called America 1776. Get the board. So I'd only put not too many stitches in this one before I had left for StitchCon. So I was stitching on this yesterday morning for a few hours. Well, that was the last time we were there, and then some at the airport. And all I have left is just the bottom flowers, and then where'd my little thing go? Oh, the bottom flowers and the bottom of the A on this one. I really wanted to get done to have another bell ringer at StitchCon, but it wouldn't happen, which is fine. I don't need to ring the bell. I'll ring my own bell at home, right? But so that I can also get it fully finished, because now I'm going to have a whole bunch of things I need to fully finish. Okay, so the other whip I have, which I didn't work on, which is an ongoing stitch along right now going on with Primrose Cottage, and it's called Welcome to the North Pole, if you haven't heard it. And so I'm doing mine on 16 count fabric. It's by Fabric Flair, and I think it's called Snow or Snow Dots, White Dots on Aqua, Snow Dots on Aqua. There is a little more to that Q-snap, but I didn't end up working on this at StitchCon at all. So I need to do some work on that. And also I did a little bit of work before I left for StitchCon on my Primrose Cottage Hive Rules that Denise is hosting, but I didn't end up bringing that one with me. So I don't have a lot. I mean, I have a lot of whips, but those are the only ones that I currently we're working on. And then when you go to StitchCon, people make items for their table mates. I made floss catchers with a matching thread bed, and I stitched a little spool with a little heart that I used those little tiny cross stitch hoops to make a floss ring. So that's what I did. So other people do stuff for their table mates. And then in addition to that, there are people that go around for all 300 people, and you'll be sitting at your chair and somebody will come around and just say, hi, would you like one of these? Or sometimes you get to the bathroom, or you leave to go get lunch or dinner and you come back and there's 5 or 6 things at your space there at the table. It's incredible how much stuff people do. I don't know how they do it, because I was having a hard time traveling. I was super lucky that my friend Allison, that lives like 45 minutes from there, I sent her my box that had my gifts and my smalls exchange. So I was super lucky on that. So let me do the smalls exchange first. It was, oh my gosh, it was from Alexis. I'll make sure I tag her below on Instagram. But it is amazing. She made me a drum, and it says, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. And I'm trying to get the lighting, and it's so cute. So cute. And it has like a real pale pink with white dots on the top. And it was not showing up the best, but it's so cute. And then she had all kinds of goodies in her bag as well. One of which was this cute corner gauge with bees on it. She gave me bee pins, there was so much stuff in there. It was the cutest exchange. So I really did enjoy doing the exchange with everybody. Oh, I did forget one haul item. So like I said, I wasn't going to go into all my StitchCon haul, but this was the cutest thing. And I went and waited in line. The annex did not open to go shopping until excuse me, until Friday morning. I think it was Friday morning at 8:38. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was a funny story on that. I walked down there and I was by myself. I walked down there and I stopped and I'm talking to these ladies and I thought it was the end of the line. And I was just like, oh, they're opening soon. You know, we're just like chit-chatting and then talking about, do you know about how the hold room works and all these things. And then one of them says, oh, they're going to open the door any minute. And I said, oh, are they opening both doors? This back door and the front door? And she goes, this is the front of the line. Now, I'm not even kidding. I was standing there for like 5 minutes talking to these people. And I'm sure the ladies behind, because there was a whole line of people, were like, what is that lady doing? She thinks she's just going to walk up there in front of everybody. So, totally was not trying to do that. Didn't even know, thought it was the end of the line. So I did walk to the end of the line then. And once they opened the doors, they just let everybody in. It was super crowded. But there was a couple things I wanted to get. One of which was this. I don't know if it's going to fall off then when I turn it. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. So it says StitchCon. And it's a corner gauge. It says StitchCon. And then it has a magnet with this little keeper. And it came with the scissors and everything like this. So I really wanted that. And there was only... That wasn't something that they had. Like, they had needle minders, pads, and stickers. And they had a ton of that, and they had underneath. But, you know, there was only a few of these. And I was like, I really want that. So I went in, and that's literally what I grabbed first. And they were gone pretty quick. And I'm going to keep this next to my stitching spot in the family room. So that was something that I wanted to get as far as haul. Then... So all the people, like I said, people just come around, and sometimes they're in bags, sometimes they're not. So here's just a few, like, let's see who this is. This is Pumpkin Creek Primitives, and the owner is Bobby Nally, and she did floss ring holders, and her theme was all like, the ones that I saw were all Alice in Wonderland. So she had gone around to our table. Got those. Somebody else did. Let's see. This is Susan Maguzin. She does like custom project bags and more. And her card, she did it in a little baggie. And she's Susan _MCGOOZAN on Instagram. And I just thought hers was so clever. She used Uno on the Go cards. So like tiny Uno cards with floss ring and punched holes in them as thread holders as a gift. That's a lot to make. So she did those. So I'm not gonna, like I said, there's way too many. This one was cute to go through them all. I can't remember who this was from, if this was Jennifer. I can't remember. Somebody actually made this little, like, this is a little tiny notebook that somebody handmade that says Stitchy Notes. And I can't remember her name. She's from Florida. I think she's from Jacksonville area. Blonde hair, super sweet. And I can't think of it. I want to say Jen, but I don't think that's it. Anyways, and it's actually like usable. Like, it's a usable little tiny notebook. I mean, the time that some people spend on these is just crazy. A crazy amount of time. And I did not make anything for 300 people. Maybe I will if I get in next year. And then, God, what is her Instagram name? Oh, Michelle, what is your Instagram name? Easy Hipster. I don't know, I have to look. I told you, I'm not prepared, people. Normally I have the notes and it's written down and I know all the things, but I don't. Anyways, she came up to me and she said, anytime I watch your videos and I see you share your stuff and you do the same type. You like to do smalls and we like the same type of patterns. Anyways, so she was super sweet and she brought me this Brenda Gervais Jelly Bean Jubilee. And it's a book. You may have seen it. It has a ton of different spring Easter patterns in it. I will show you the front and the back, you know, because I all the charts inside, but super cute. So I really, really appreciate you bringing that to me. I can't wait to stitch those. And then, so I'll go through what my table mates gave me. Oh, well, I'll show you my next door table mate. So Stitchy friends, Sarah and Jen, were at the table right next to us, right behind us. And they were giving out, so they have their floss cards, and then they did a cute small floss ring with their cute little logo that says 2023 on it, little charm. And then they also made these cute little, it's hard to tell, little scissor holders. They're aqua fabric, and it has little stitching on there. So that was really cute. They weren't at my table, but they were right next door, and they're so sweet to talk to, and we had gone to dinner with them Wednesday night, some of us. So I really enjoyed that they were sitting behind me. Allison, my friend Allison Norris, everybody knows her. She's the retreat queen, and so she always makes these adorable coasters. She made this cute coaster as a gift. So that'll be going on my stitching table as well, next to where I sit. Chantel gave all of us her adorable new sweatshirts, but when I tell you that I absolutely could not fit anything in my suitcase, so I have a top part of my suitcase that zipped, and I had my butt pillow in that to sit on. And I wanted to bring all my stuff home. Originally, I was going to try to ship it, but there was a lot of stuff, and I really wanted to have my stuff. I didn't want to ship it. So anyways, Chantel was like, I'll take your butt pillow home because I'm going to her retreat in September. So she took that, and when I tell you, I tried and tried and tried to squish my sweatshirt in there. So this is the cute new sweatshirt that she has available. I think it's on her website, chantel141design.com. I don't think it's in her Etsy shop because she is going to be soon. I don't think she's going to have an Etsy shop anymore. And at some point soon, she's also going to have t-shirts, but it's so cute. So she's going to hold that for me with my butt pillow when I go out there in September. And I'm sure in September it'll be cooler in Michigan, and I can use that. So that was her gift to all of us at the table. And then Jessica at my table, Sweetwater Stitcher, I think I took some of the stuff out of here already, but she did this cute bag. I know there was chocolates in it as well, but those are gone. She did the mini Kohanis scissors, which are so cute. They're so tiny. And then she made StitchCon. A stitch charm to this, so you can have a zipper pull to hang it, onto your bag, project bag. I feel like there was something else in here. So Jessica, sorry, I took stuff out and now I can't remember. So, it's so adorable. And then Carrie, who is Tiger Lily, if you don't know, Tiger Lily Designs, she gave out these to everybody. So the floss wand, should she call it anything different besides a floss wand? It's to help pick up all your loose threads after you have to frog things. She gave that out to everyone there, which was super generous. And then as a table gift, oh my goodness, I don't have it here. I might have to get, oh wait, maybe it's over here. She made all of us small project bag keepers. So it has, 2 zipper pockets and then 2 flat pockets. And then she also, let me see if it's in here. Hold on. Yes, she also did, they were custom, and I already put it on this pair of scissors. I'm going to take the scissors off. So it's a group of ladies, a fob of ladies stitching. And then she did the charm. One charm says 2023. And then the other says StitchCon with my name, Jodie. So that was so sweet, Carrie. I had the best time with her. My God, we laugh. We all laugh. We laugh so much. I would highly, highly, highly encourage anyone who's never been to try to go to StitchCon or, you know, some type of retreat, because it is just the best. It's not, you may not always get a lot of stitching done, depends. But it just filled my heart so much. It was so nice, and meeting different people. Again, I'm so bad that I didn't write stuff down of different new people that I met. I so enjoyed meeting so many different people. And talking to different people. And I just, you know, you're standing in line at the freebie table waiting, and you're just, you know, I don't even know her name, but at that point I was still, she had seen me first thing, and I was still so worried about Corbin. And the phone had rang when I was in line. Anyways, and I just said, oh, it's my grandson, and he hit his head. They're taking him to the ER, and I'm just feeling emotional. And she was just like, oh, I'm going to pray for him, and it's going to be fine. And, you know, and then later on in the day, she walked by and she was like, hi, I just wanted to check, was everything okay with your grandson? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, oh, I just so appreciate, like, she doesn't even know me. And I feel like that is how everyone is at StitchCon. You can talk to anybody, you can be anybody's friend. People are super helpful. And it was absolutely the best. So if you can go to a retreat, even if it's a one day, even if it's something local, because I realize it is expensive. But if you're able to even do something like that, I would highly suggest it. Okay, the giveaway from last video, which I know it's like forever long ago. Let's see. That giveaway was the Raindrop Kisses pattern and pen that was donated by Primrose Cottage that they sent me. So it was this pattern, the Raindrop Kisses, and this pad of theirs, and a pen of theirs. And that's gonna go to Kathy Tansey. So it's Kathy Tansey 2486. So Kathy, congratulations. You'll see in the description, you'll see the simplystitchingocala@gmail.com. Just email me and let me know that you've won, and I can get that out to you. This week's, I feel like I should have gathered, but I did not. I'm gonna say that I am going to do some of the items that people, like some floss cards, because I don't use floss cards. And a lot of people did those, so I feel like it would be a great way to share that with you. So I'm going to go ahead. I have another Welcome to the North Pole pattern that was donated by Primrose Cottage. And it's not too late. That stitch along just started and it goes for months. This week's giveaway will be Welcome to the North Pole pattern, which is a book. And with that, it'll have some StitchCon swag for you to enjoy and to make you feel like you were there. So, in order to be eligible, I'm going to have you answer the question, besides expenses, which I know that's a big one, but besides the expense, what is holding you back from doing a retreat? Is it you don't want to go by yourself? Is it I can't talk to anybody? Is it I don't feel like I'm a good enough stitcher? You know, what's holding you back? You know, let me know, because I feel like other people, whether it's me or other people that comment, may be able to tell you, no, go. It doesn't matter. I mean, here's the thing. I'm sitting next to somebody who's stitching 40 count and I only stitch on 16 count. And you can try to get me to stitch on a higher count. And I've tried, but I can't do it. I don't enjoy it. I like 16 count. So don't feel bad for whatever you stitch on. It's supposed to be fun. So I feel like do all the things, go talk to the people, even if you don't talk. There was raffles, there were door prizes. There were different things, and you don't have to do any of it. You can sit at your table if you want. You can stitch and you can just observe. You can see all the things, and you can do that at a smaller retreat too. But maybe you will meet a stitchy friend, you know. I've heard so many stories about different people that you know, that they met their table mates and now they feel like they're going to be friends for life, you know. So I feel that way, and I want everybody to experience it if they can in some kind of capacity. So let me know in this week's question why you are not doing a retreat besides the expense part. Is there another reason? So I apologize. I know I was sporadic all over the place. Again, I didn't prepare like normal, but I already have all the things out, and I just wanted to share. I was just excited. I've had, you know, the best. I was gone from Wednesday till just before midnight Monday today, and it was just such a great time, and I just wanted to share just some of my things with you. And I hope that you're getting some great stitching in. I hope that you're getting to enjoy beautiful summer weather. All you northerners, Midwesters who've had a ton of snow, I hope you get to enjoy some fabulous summer weather. And hopefully I will see you soon in the next few weeks. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye.